Day 2 THE fasting challenge, day 2 fasting challenge, day 2 fasting challenge, day 2. I am a little fatigued. I probably slept for, I want to say maybe 4 hours. 3 at the low end, 4 at the high end. So, you know, have a bit of that brain fog. The funny thing is, if I'd slept this amount while eating, I would feel like garbage. Just because of how much energy it takes to digest food. And because normally I eat toward the end of the day, the biggest meal, and then go to sleep shortly thereafter. Now, I know there are some studies that indicate you should probably take a few hours prior to that, even stuff in conjunction with keto and or carnivore type diets, which seems like are growing in popularity all the time. Anyhow, a couple of video making notes. So I got the video done last night, and it only took 6 hours. It took 6 hours. I was doing a couple other things as I was attempting to either combine while it does the processing on various programs that I tried. I probably tried about 12 to 15 and eventually found a way to make it work. Another video making note, I realized that if you turn the camera to the side like this, it works a lot better for the way that it's gonna appear in the aspect ratio in YouTube. So I'm holding the phone, which I just used my old, it's just the old On 5. It's a, most people don't even know what's an On 5. It's like the knockoff cheap version phone of the Galaxy, and this is a Galaxy that would be like a, I don't even know what, I don't think it's 5 it would equivalent to the Galaxy 5, but it might. I don't really keep track of phone stuff like that. Anyhow, I do have some early prepping to do for a group at work. It is pretty much obscenely early. It's not that early, but it's obscenely early when you don't get to bed as early as would have been better. So haven't got a weigh-in yet today. For most of the times when I'm doing a weigh-in, I'm going to try and not obviously have anything to eat, but not have any water prior to weigh-in, prior to checking my weight for the day. Holding the phone like this is not as easy. I can't get it, it's just not a handheld. Upright is a normal, for the size and angle of the fingers, it's easier to hold your phone like that, and holding it sideways, it kind of juts out from the fingers that you're using to hold it, and it's not the most comfortable. But I will try to remember to hold the phone like this. I might forget a few more times, and if I do, a couple of videos are going to be really, really terrible, shifting back and forth. Oh, that would be atrocious. Like, what are you doing with these hard cuts? I do know that term, hard cuts. I don't know why. I heard it in something, and I think I know what it means, where it's not a smooth transition to another cut, where you have breaks in between, obviously, sections of film. But it's one thing to know a thing in terms of, I know the word that I heard somebody either use or say, or I read it, and it's another thing to actually try and make it make sense in a day-to-day trying to shoot videos basis. That's it for now. I'll probably have a video, I'll probably get this one up tonight, so since I know how to do it, it might take less time. I've already got the programs that I'm gonna use all settled, that I am using. They're not even good, they're just whatever I was able to find that worked after. My Google Foo is fairly strong. Do people say that anymore? THE back again. Fasting challenge, day 2, and it seems to be working all right, holding the camera sideways like this. Just finished up all the work I had to do preparing for this group at work here, and time to get away, and hopefully the scale will work. I'm probably just gonna assume that most of my pants, I wear fairly heavy weight pants most of the time, something that has a good weave so that I can keep debris off of it easily just by, you know, going like that, a strong weave. So I'm probably just gonna assume that they weigh mostly about the same weight. If I see a lot of fluctuations, I might go ahead and, wow, I'm terrible with the camera. I might go ahead and find out exactly what they weigh and then deduct that. I really wish I would have kept my shoes on for the first weight, because it's just gonna be more trouble to weigh them. Figure out the amount and then add it to the and it's just gonna be, it's not the amount that shows on the scale. So I'm just gonna assume that most of my clothes are the same weight, because I tend to wear a lot of the same clothes. I am very minimalist when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm not really trying to... Any woman that's impressed by the clothes the guy wears isn't really the kind of woman that I'm interested in impressing. And I realize that might sound like clothes make the man and all that shit. No, you know, I'd rather have somebody that gets to know me and appreciates me as a person and doesn't go, damn, so suave, gotta get with, you know what I mean? Like, no. So that's just, that's not a thing. All right, let's see what we got here. And we're getting the low indicator again. I have batteries for this. I don't know if I talked about this yesterday. And I already bought other batteries, so I don't really wanna, all right. 225.2. Wow, locking those 2s and 8s. So I did have some water. I only meant to have a little bit of water before leaving, coming to work. I gotta stop looking at this and look over here. I'm working on it. I did only have a little bit of water prior to getting to work and doing that. And then after I finished the work that I just did, getting this group all set, squared away, I did probably have maybe a cup, you know, a cup size of water out of my jug. So I'm not sure. I'd have to look back about what that weighs. It might even be as much as a pound. But again, as I've talked about, most of that initially is going to be food and water weight, and not just regular water weight, but water weight that's required in order to digest food. So some of that's going to be stored in order to help, because it's necessary, it's needed in the digestion. So now my body probably kicks into this quickly. When it realizes it doesn't need that, it just goes ahead and flushes rather than retains it. And then the rest of that water is going to be accessed, of course, through the water I drink, and then some through the fat cells. So that's it for now. I got a couple errands to run. Not sure how many other videos I'm going to make. If I have something else to say, I'll definitely add it. Hopefully, when we check in with the competitors, we'll find out that they're both going strong on day 2. Although I have a sense from what happened yesterday that there might only be down to 1. So we'll see what happens there. All right, be positive. All right, running one errand 1 of 2 here. Going by stop by the grocery store. I gotta actually stop at the bank in here. But I don't know why more people don't do this. I always like to avoid the main entrances where there's lots of people. I don't know, I don't know how natural it is to live. I mean, what I'm saying is I don't really think it is, but I'm trying to put that in. Like, I don't really know how natural it is to live in these huge freaking cities. I don't think it is natural. I actually think that what we're gonna see moving forward, and I'm talking over a span of probably hundreds of years, is an eventual slow, you know, exodus, departure out of the cities. I'll probably talk about that in the future. But just swinging by the bank here, and just got to run in here real quick. It's actually at this grocery store, of course, as a lot of these places are these days, built into every other place. It's sort of one-stop convenience. Although I'm not buying any food at the grocery store, but I might be buying some food later. All right. At the ranch market here, I wanted to get some cherry tomatoes, but looks like all they have is these grape tomatoes. They're not for me, but grab a couple of these. Anyhow, it's a pretty cool spot. Maybe get 4 of these. No, that's all for now. I can't really carry tomatoes and do that at the same time. Not really sure how much was able to be heard on that last one there, but I was just grabbing some tomatoes from the ranch market there. They're not for me, obviously. The ones that I was looking to hope for, the type of cherry tomato that I've been able to find in the past, didn't have those, but I had tried those kind of that I was looking for, and they were pretty good as far as nightshades go. I'm not gonna talk about lectins, but anyhow, people that know about that know about it. People that don't, go ahead, you can look into lectins. All right, that might be it for now. We'll see how the day shapes out. Just actually one more thing. I wanted to share. In a pretty good mood actually. When I was leaving work to run these couple errands real quick, I was kind of, sometimes you just you'll sing a little bit, you're singing because you're in a good mood. You're not singing because you're wanting to sing or you're trying to sing or you're seeing how you sound or for any other, you just are singing because you're kind of happy. Yeah, so that's something I used to do a lot. I don't much anymore, and so it actually surprised me. I kind of went, whoa, I just happened to like catch myself saying I didn't plan on it, which is kind of rare for me actually. Had a couple things, mental difficulties a couple years back, and that was one of the things that changed. I used to just kind of be singing all the time, and now it's kind of something I have to kind of do more intentionally. So not really neither here nor there, but just a fun thing to note. I'm actually in a really good mood. I am feeling a little bit. No, I don't really feel tired. I just feel not amped up. Holy mackerel. Kid just cut right in front of me on a major surface street here where it's a 45 mile an hour. I had to slow down to about 20 miles an hour to avoid literally crushing this kid. On a Razor scooter, just crossing the street in the middle of a major intersection with cars coming. Go figure, like, anyhow, so yeah, back to work. Haven't even got started with the real work day yet. I'm gonna do a couple, what do you call it, tasks that are housekeeping, personal housekeeping type tasks, which aren't actually housekeeping, just a couple things I gotta make calls for and do a couple of things, and then looking forward to the rest of the day. All right, be positive. I was on the Razor scooter, just happened to cross by me. Oh, I don't know if I caught him. I don't know if I was able to catch him. It's just, it was too funny. I was just parking, and I think the kid who cut in front of me, it's too funny. Just happened to take the same street that's right off the street where I work. This side street, and was going down the street, and it just cracked me up.